Hello guys, it's Nicholas Vega, and today's topic is exercise to lose fat and not muscle. A lot of times you'll come across people who want to lose fat and build muscle. Um, you really can't really build muscle. I mean, it is possible, but the majority of the times, the people who are going to be able to lose fat and build muscle are just people who are beginners to weightlifting, or people who haven't, say you weightlifted, but you haven't weightlifted in such a long time. Then yeah, you could potentially build muscle and lose fat at the same time, but for people who are doing this every day, you've been weightlifting, or just people who are trying to lose fat, heavy lifting is the best. Pretty much when people usually lift, they play in the high reps, and when you play in the high reps, you only activate your type 1 muscle fibers, and there's pretty much two types of muscle fibers: type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers, and pretty much your type 1 muscle fibers, they don't force growth, they don't they're just muscle endurance. Those are for your muscle endurance. That's just for muscle endurance. Pretty much, you want to play in the 1 to 7 rep range if you want to maintain your muscle and lose fat at the same time. Because when you're in a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose some type of muscle. But if you really want to maintain that muscle, you got to maintain your strength. The only way to do that is the 1 to 7 rep range. And the 1 to 7 rep range, or actually 4 to 7 rep range, that's really how you're really gonna grow. There's two types of hypertrophy: myofibrillar and sacroplasmic. I forgot how to say it, but pretty much sacroplasmic or whatever is just pretty much more fluid. It's that pump you get. Sometimes when you hit your chest on Monday, maybe on Friday, it's not as big as it was on Tuesday and Wednesday because it's sacroplasmic and not myofibrillar. Myofibrillar is when your muscle fibers actually grow, and the only way to do that is overload, and that's in the 4 to 7 rep range. But moving on. Heavy lifting equals more calories burned. There's a study I want to show you. I want to show you guys. It's not. Did I not take the fucking picture? Yes, I did. Sorry about that. All right. This study, I'll link the study in the comments, but it showed men that train with heavy weights, 80 to 85% of their 1 rep max, increased their metabolic rates over the following 3 days, burning hundreds of more calories than the men who trained with lighter weights in their 40 to 65% of their 1 rep max. When it comes to women, though, a lot of times women, they have a harder time controlling heavier weight, and you should definitely aim for that 8 rep range. Although you might not be able to play with the fourth, around the 7 rep range. Maybe you want to do that machines, not free weights. This is for women, because women have a harder time. I don't know. That's what I've noticed. Have a harder time dealing with heavier weights. And you want to stick to compound movements, guys. Bench press, squats, barbell rows. This is what's going to activate more muscles. And when you're able to activate more muscles, you're going to burn more calories. Instead of being at the doing the bicep curls, tricep push downs, you can do that after your compound movements. But the primary focus should be compound movements in the beginning of your workout. High intensity interval training. I told you this, guys. A study has shown that doing 4 to 6 30-second sprints burns more fat than a 60-minute workout on a treadmill. I'll put the link in the description. You can just look it up on your own. And high intensity interval training also it increases your resting metabolic rate upwards to 24 hours. So you could actually be burning more. Like your metabolism speeds up at like 24 hours after your workout. It might be, obviously it's gonna slowly decrease, but it's been shown to like actually last for like 24 hours. Improved insulin sensitivity. When you're losing fat, you always want to have good or when you're trying to build muscle or lose fat, you want to be insulin sensitive. Meaning when I eat food, that food is not going to be stored as fat. It's going to be used, it's going to go straight into my muscles. It's going to go straight into my liver. It's not going to be stored. Because when you eat food, it gets turned into glucose, and that glucose gets stored as a glycogen into your liver and your muscles. And anything extra gets stored as fat. It's called fat spillover. Higher levels of fat oxidation, meaning your body's able to use fat. It's able to break down fat easier for energy. Significant spikes in growth hormone, which is going to increase your fat loss and potentially muscle growth. That's how to exercise and lose fat and not muscle. Guys, I talk about this in my little ebook. That's $2.99. It's actually about to be free in a few days. I don't know when you're watching this, but please subscribe, comment. Have a good day.